I'm Sarang Kulkarni from Whitecoat Designs, Mumbai. I would like to tell you that I'll be sharing this presentation in 3 phases. Phase 1, existing letter forms that we see today, issues of Devanagari display typefaces, and probable solutions. My presentation today aims to overview existing display typefaces in Devanagari scripts, highlight their inadequacies, and suggest probable solutions. Here the display type refers to typefaces designed to be used at a larger point size, probably the small amount of text which are expressive. Devanagari is a widely used script in India. To explore various dimensions of Devanagari script, we surveyed existing Devanagari letter forms as found across various media like identity design, branding collaterals, books, magazines, newspaper, television, movie posters, shop sign, and hoardings. We studied various work of calligraphists, lettering artists, designers, as also typefaces from letterpress printing and existing display typefaces. So let's have some samples. Let's have a look. We found manuscript samples in calligraphy. Calligraphic styles inspired from based on manuscripts and inscriptions. The work done by Professor R.K. Doshi. Work by Mr. Achyut Palav. Some samples of lettering, generally we see on books. Some play titles by Kamal Shetge. Magazine covers. Some letterpress examples. Samples of hand-painted type. Some calligraphic logos and taglines. And digital lettering, taglines, logotypes, one can see many good samples overall. So here what we notice is we can see more variety of designs, reflections of traditional and local styles we found in calligraphy and lettering. The quality of calligraphy and lettering based work, it is also better in terms of consistency, form, shape, proportions, spacing, and matra placement. One gets to see new variations in digital lettering in the form of advertising taglines, logotypes, but the same is not true in case of type design. There are many calligraphic and lettering styles which have a potential of getting converted into display typefaces, but these possibilities have not been explored. So what we have seen is the existing letter forms from many centuries till today. If you look at the existing display typefaces, many inadequacies can be found. It is not all the typefaces are inconsistent, but most of them have some or the other issues. So what we did is we did a survey of existing display typefaces from various type foundries which are available for public to buy and use. So we did a survey of Modular Infotech, Srilipi, Sumit Infotech, Sidak, Akruti, Indian Type Foundry, Typothec, and Linotype. Now, these are the issues. I have segregated the issues. So, lack of overall consistency in letter form construction. So, we find the basic quality of letter form construction curves are poor. In the first example, the stroke width of letter the is thinner than the rest of the letters. In the second example, her is smaller in case of in shape as well as stroke thickness to compare with other letters. Similar characters like y and th, two Chandra bindus, z and e are inconsistent within the same typeface. Conjuncts are disproportionate and out of family. Basic vowel consonants may be well designed, but the same does not reflect in the design of the conjuncts. The letter ch and r are incomplete. It appears incomplete. The next two letters supposed to be ru are incorrect. One get easily confused between the word rava and the letter kha, or shra and shna. Similarly, it is difficult to identify the letter na. It can be also read as ma, the last letter. Now, matra issues. In some cases, the number of matras designed are inadequate. This results in misaligned matras, overlapping, clashing matras is also a concern. As compared to the letter forms, the matras are sometimes too big or too small. Based on Latin typefaces, it is not incorrect to design typefaces which match or are based on Latin typefaces, but the authenticity of individual script need to be maintained. It is important to adopt the essence of typeface from one script to another rather than just outer appearance. The available typefaces are on the Latin typefaces of 90s. Several typefaces are based on the same internal structure or skeleton. Only the outer flesh is changed to create new designs. Some of the Devanagari fonts have been constructed out of parts of existing Latin letter forms. Example, the D is made out of S. Latin features like serif or calligraphic styles are randomly adapted to Devanagari letter forms. Devanagari is a complex script as compared to Latin. Many times, distinct features of Devanagari are omitted in order to simplify it to match with Latin. Many times, one letter font can create ambiguity in text. So the example here is from the font Fedra, which is tra, na, and nra, can create readability issues. Coming back to the last slide, mistakes also happens as a result of designers, DTP operators, ignorance or lack of basic typographic understanding. But as a font designer, fonts are like a raw material for designers, DTP operators or a layman to use in their design and documentation. If the typefaces are poor in first place, poor output will be produced. Hence it is important for a font designer that to design a correct font for someone else to use it correctly. Indic type design is an upcoming field. New designers are developing typefaces without clearly understanding the basic structure of Devanagari script or are unaware about the actual use of the script. Fonts designed by such designers add to the list of poor typefaces. The existing incorrect fonts available today are causing confusions about the correct letter structure. Now the technology should be modified as per the requirement of the script, not vice versa. So what we have seen and here is, I think now we require new typefaces. Most of the available designs are outdated. Only a handful of typefaces have been recently designed. Many foundries provide designs which are based on letterpress or Latin typefaces. There are hardly more than 2-3 weights of a typeface available. Mostly the people use same typeface everywhere. The same typeface cannot be used for signboards as well as wedding cards. After looking at the existing situation, the following questions can come in one's mind. Is there any Indian authority to take decision on the quality of fonts available in the market? Why this negligence and where is the root of this horrible situation? Why are we using this deprived version of Indian scripts? Are we unable to exploit the digital technology to the advantage of our scripts? Do we lack in type design education? When a script has a history of calligraphy and lettering, why is it not reflected in typefaces? If these typefaces are outdated, then where are the new typefaces? Why are contemporary Devanagari display typefaces rarely designed? Why are original typefaces based on structural modifications of Devanagari script rarely available? Is this the situation of all Indian scripts? Now I'll share the phase 3 where exploring the letter forms through calligraphy and structural modification. This is a process, and I'm practicing this process for many years. The method of exploration of letter forms was taught by Professor Santosh Shirsagar. Devanagari script has a tradition of calligraphy. Practicing formal Devanagari calligraphy helps one to understand the basic structure of letter form, components, proportions, guidelines, joineries, script texture, and color. It is very important to understand the structure of letter forms before modifying it. Through structural modification to the skeleton, separating the components, simplifying, stylizing, decorating, enhancing specific features, a variety of letter forms can be created. One can explore these letter forms with the use of different tools, surfaces, and techniques. Here onwards, I'll share the sketches as a practice and which was done in different stages. So I'll share the first stage where I started observing different handwriting from different people, and I started practicing the same. Now one can see there are variations in the flow, in the structure, the sizes. In the second phase, I started I've taken a letter O in Devanagari script, and I started modifying a letter without thinking as a readability aspect, but just to explore as a form or a design. In the next phase, I have taken a thicker tool and started putting the characters which looks more compact. Every stage I was getting very excited to explore more and more. Then I changed the tool. I've taken calligraphy pen and tried exploring different variations. Then I started painting letters as example of lettering. Again, the excitement was very high, so I did many variations. This is just few of them I'm sharing. I think I've done more than around 500 variations. Some are very decorative. So then I shortlisted a couple of letter forms which I thought I can take it forward towards exploring more and other characters in the same style. So I've taken a line and I've developed certain characters on the same style. But here it is not important, it is not necessary or possible for every such variation to be converted into a typeface. It is up to the individual designer to decide which design one can take it forward. So the same sketches I've converted. Shortlisted variations can be continued across different letter forms. The understanding of basic formal calligraphy helps in extending the features of other letters. One need to understand that there are certain characteristic features of every letter form. The letter form will not be legible if these features are deleted. Constantly exploring the boundaries of letter forms help one understand the characteristics of the letter form better and better. Every script has its own peculiar features and characteristics. It is important to retain the Devanagariness of Devanagari while designing. I think this applies with all scripts. Then I have taken, I'll be showing you two examples which are in sketch form. Then I started, from paper, I moved on to converting into a digital phase. So these are the initial sketches, which is like a very heavy characters. And when I started like adding a white line, I was enjoying this stage very much because I could see that the letter form is getting live. The idea, I thought of exploring these particular, one or two styles because I really loved it, the way they look in terms of, characters. I still feel that the practice of lettering helps me to, explore this as an display type. Then I thought that let me see how it looks in terms of certain applications. Initially, the inner line was quite thin. Then I started, increasing it to make it more readable. And I want people to think about that lettering can be taken up to any extent, and one can think about using it in various applications. The second lettering, it's based on calligraphy, and I started exploring the letter forms which are very circular and which has the open counters. So if you see the sketches, this is the digital version. So these are just a few characters which are here. It's not like a glyphset or anything. So looking at the existing situation in the field of type design in India, one realizes that Devanagari script needs new exploration and fresh ideas. One needs to look at the Devanagari type design independently and not as a secondary to Latin type design. Today we have a technology, but we are lacking good type designers. The number of type designers is less compared to our population, number of scripts, and demand. From type foundries to software companies to independent type designer, all are facing the same problem, that is standardization. This issue cannot be solved individually. We need scholars to come together and take unanimous decision in developing Indian type standards. We need to develop educational reference material for people to develop fonts. A standardized approach needs to be developed rather than giving temporary solution. I think here this is a real challenge, and I would like students to take this challenge as in especially designing display type. I'm still practicing and looking forward for more exploration. Thank you.